What's up, guys? WOLFYS Network here, and today I'm here with what was it? Right? Crap. What? I forgot your name already. God damn it! Shoot. Rain Wolfie, that's what it was. Okay, I remember it. You can go check out his channel in the description below. First off, okay, just to make sure, look in the party settings right now and tell me if you have your voice to be shared aloud. I probably should have done this before I started recording. Is it? Okay, lovely. So, we're just gonna call you Wolfie. So, say hi, Wolfie, while I'm pulling this back up. Okay, so give a brief description of your channel and what you do on it. Woo! Go you. Okay, so this is a new series that we are going to be calling the Gaming Talkback. So it's basically just news in every game, or about games, kind of. So gaming news, all around news, basically. Notice that does not mean it's strictly based on the PS4, which is what I'm playing. This will be PC, PS4, Xbox One, Wii U, and all that fun jazz. So, speaking of Xbox One, new game. These are the new games that are coming out in the next 14 months, so that's a little bit over a year. And so the first one we're going to be talking about is the bundled game with the Xbox One, Titanfall. So they're coming out with a Titanfall 2. Oh, yes. Which is an interesting thing. Now, I did play Titanfall 1 with my friend before. And it was a pretty fun game, I'm gonna be honest. Titanfall was a pretty fun game. I mean, I usually just use the smart pistol because I'm a scrub like that. So, I mean, it was a fun game overall. It was intuitive. It was fast paced. It was sort of like, I guess you could say it was sort of like Black Ops 3, but for Xbox. Even though Black Ops 3 is for every system other than Wii. But regardless, so what it says here in the description is, while EA has not publicly announced a specific release date, the next Titanfall is narrowed down the release window. That also goes for what we're going to be talking about later, and I will tell you guys that later. EA has previously stated that Titanfall 2, or whatever it ends up being called, and the two other games will be out during the physical year of 2017. So that means we still have another year to wait, which runs from April 1st, 2016 through March 31st, 2017. So that means the new games, the 3 new games that they have said they're making, will be out between April 1st all the way through March of next year. So that's pretty a long span there for games. Not that there was any reason to believe they would be prior to this fall, but CFO Blake Jorgensen, if I mess that up, I'm sorry, confirmed during the conference call with investors today that they're all slated for launch during the second half of the fiscal year. That translates to sometime between October 2016 and March 2017. Quote, you should assume that Battlefield will come typically in the third quarter when we normally have it. End quote. He said, quote, we're not yet announcing when Titanfall or Mass Effect Andromeda, I'm pretty sure that's what that's called, will come, but you should assume that that is in the back half of the year as well, because of the second quarter, July through September, is so dominated by our sports titles. So that means that Titanfall 2, Mass Effect Andromeda, and the new Battlefield 5 is supposed to be coming out within between April and March of this year and next year. So that's pretty hype, man. I mean, Battlefield Hardline, everybody keeps saying that was a DLC, and though I admit Battlefield is supposed to be mainly war-based, so I was a little bit edgy when Hardline came out, but I'm pretty happy with how it came out. And after you sort of get a feel for it, and it's like, okay, it's a new Battlefield, no big deal, then it isn't really that big of a disappointment. But I'm really hoping that they bring back the normal wartime, modern wartime Battlefield, not cops versus robbers. If they want, sure, I'll be alright if they want to add like a Battlefield Hardline, like DLC kind of. But as a whole game, no, man, I'm not feeling a whole nother game as being cops and robbers.
Frankie on PC, he recently released a video about Battlefield 5 on how it's supposed to be based like in World War III, I guess, and it's supposed to be like in China, like us against China and something.
Isn't that what Battlefield 4 basically was? Never mind. Okay, so, but still, yeah, I get where you're coming from. Okay, so, this has just been announced in about 2 days ago, I believe. Oh, no, this was actually today, surprisingly. So this was published today. This is about, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. By the way, I love the book. I love the game. I've played every game. It's fun. I love it. So, regardless, this is about the new DLC, which I'll get to the name in a second. So, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege is supposed to be supposed to get a downloadable content, or for you people that don't play games, DLC, within this month. So that means in February, it is supposed to come out. It was supposed to come out in January, but they delayed it to February. So, I'll get back to that in a minute. Ahead of Rainbow Six's DLC's delayed release date, screenshots of the DLC have been leaked from EA. So, the images is what I'm seeing right now. Everybody is sort of being normal. You have, I see Rook, I see Smoke. I think that right there is Blitz, I believe. Wait, no, not Blitz. Freaking, what's his name? Not Thatcher. Whoever the freaking guy is in GSG9. I freaking forgot his name. It's the guy who has the electric wire, and I already forgot it. And there's, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's, whatever. Regardless, that's the picture that I'm seeing, so it's nothing special. I'll put this page down in the description as well for a link. That way you guys can go look at these two images. More interestingly, a Redditor named Fire in YO Your Hole. I'm guessing that's like fire in the hole, but uploaded a Rainbow Six Siege forums DLC images of the new operators, Frost and Buck. So that means the two new operators are Frost and Buck. Now, notice, I'm pretty sure there are going to be more characters in this DLC, but I may be wrong. But right now, the two that have been leaked are Frost and Buck. Do you know what's interesting? Frost is from Call of Duty, and Buck is the guy from Halo 5 Guardians. That's interesting. That is actually really interesting. Holy crap. But here's the thing it said. The image also reveals what the two operators have to offer on the table. Frost serves as a defensive operator who has an ability called Welcome Mat. That's an interesting name for a special ability. This allows the operative to lay a mechanical trap that incapacitates enemies. So that sounds pretty cool. So that means Frost is the defensive. Okay. Buck, on the other hand, is an attack operator that has the ability called Skeleton Key. This will help equip him with a shotgun that attaches to his main weapon. So basically, his special ability is just a shotgun attachment. Yeah, that seems about right. I mean, so right now, the cover art for it, you guys can go look at whenever I put it down in the description. But it's a pretty interesting looking thing. So there's supposed to be a new map along with the two operators, and the DLC is now officially called Operation Black Ice, from what it says here. So, meanwhile, the first DLC drop, Rainbow Six Siege Operation Black Ice, is expected to release on February 2nd. I have something to add to this. This is not true. If you have the season pass for Rainbow Six Siege, you get to play both of them for not only free, I'm pretty sure. I think it's for free. I don't remember. But you will get early access. Let's say that. You'll get early access to both of those characters. You can use them at your own will. For all of you that don't have the DLC or the season pass, then you guys will all be getting it on February 9th. So that means within the next week, a little bit after that, you guys should be getting this DLC. So that's pretty cool. To be complete, so just a little bit of a recap. We talked about Mass Effect. We talked about the new Battlefield, Titanfall 2. The release dates for them, and there wasn't really much of a description for the games. Yeah, Battlefield 5, I'm hyped for it. I hope it's really cool. And the Rainbow Six Siege DLC of Rainbow Six Operation Black Ice. So, I guess that right now about sums it up. I don't really know anything else. So, so final thoughts while we still have time. What do you think about the games that I just told you about?
I'm really hyped for Rainbow Six Siege. I'm so hyped for that. The characters that are coming out with that. I'm really looking to getting the game for the PlayStation.
And look on the bright side, guys. I already have Rainbow Six Siege, and I have the season pass, so that means whenever it drops on February 2nd, you guys should be getting some gameplay, hopefully. But my final thoughts, I think it's a really diverse play setup for EA this year. Like, I've never seen them go for such a wide span from April to March of next year. That's a pretty wide span. But it was a bold move, and I guess they have bold moves for a reason. So I'm hoping they can stand for that and actually have some good games coming out. So, but regardless, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, hit that like button and the subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment down below telling us what you think of this new series and if you want more of it. Go subscribe to WOLFYS channel. He's an awesome people. And we will see you guys in the next video. See you in the grasslands.